Shalom. We the San Francisco bros from San Francisco camp. My name's Shamar.
Yaria.
Yashar Muff.
And we wanted to give double honors to all the bros out there preaching the truth and sincere, and double honors to the elders and Barak Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. And basically for this lesson, we're going to bring up some articles that have been interesting to us and just go through the spirit and bring out some scriptures. You can read the article.
Yeah, basically, today through the spirit, bro's been talking about the financial collapse and also the austerity measures that's going to come before that, like government assistance being cut. And another brother from the camp sent me this this link to this email. I want to read it out to y'all so y'all can get some edification from it. This is it's called "Nearly Half of Americans Are One Emergency from Financial Ruin." It says, despite jobs, many of those surveyed are surviving paycheck to paycheck as they are trying to come with the recession's aftermath. Nearly 44% of American households are one emergency away from financial ruin. So that financial emergency could be anything from a brother, having to help out your mom with her mortgage or rent. She's finna get evicted, so you gotta help her out there. Your car breaking down. Bro's always having car problems. Just any little thing. Your daughter getting sick, you getting sick, and not having health care, and you gotta fork out an arm and a leg to cover those charges. So any of those little emergencies can be a reason for Jake to fall into financial ruin. And Jake lives paycheck to paycheck, so Jake doesn't have a savings to fall back on. Jake can't go out and get a loan or go out and get financial assistance, so he depends on the government for every little thing that he has. If any brothers have anything to add,
Yeah, and this other article I read, and I had heard about Obama's speech from some news channel I was watching. Basically, he's saying he's going to help the middle class or whatever by helping them find more jobs and getting better school education, like the bullshit he always say. But then in North Carolina, they gonna cut the budget on the unemployment basically, and over 1,000 people get cut off automatically, and they gonna tighten up the requirements. And they basically doing this just so they can save more money. They trying to pay back I think $2 million or $2 billion debt. And basically that ain't gonna help nobody because they living off that unemployment. So how's that gonna help people when they basically gonna go broke and homeless or whatnot during that time span of by 2015? That's when they expect everything to be back to normal.
Okay. Because Esau's system, there's not enough funds coming into the system that they are going out. So they're giving all these people funding, but what's coming into the system? America's finished. There's no fucking exporting of America. We're not shipping things out. Nobody wants anything that we produce. This country is full of shit.
Really, this country is more consumer based. So this country depends on other countries to provide their wants and needs. So that's not nothing more going out. It's more just coming in. So that kills it at itself.
Right. And going back into the article, it says that means they don't have enough savings to cover basic living expenses for 3 months. If something unforeseen happens, such as losing a job or falling sick, according to a recent study by the Corporation for Enterprise Development, almost a third of Americans have no savings account at all. And just speaking from bros that I know, I don't have a fucking savings account. I'm barely living check to check, so what do I have to put aside? A wise man will put something aside, but when you don't have any money, shit, you throw that out the window, you're just living check to check basically. So there is no plotted out plan to this like Esau, I'm gonna set this away. I got my 401k, I got this set aside. Jake's really living by a hope and a dream.
You'd be better off just like keeping your own money to yourself instead of putting it in a savings account. Because I did that before, and then when I didn't have money over a period of time, they basically closed my account because they took all the money I had because they take out money every month.
Interest.
Okay. Yeah, that interest. And they're supposed to give you interest, but they still taking your money.
Okay. And that's a lot of times the stipulations with these fucking accounts is they're gonna try to take something from you. So that's why Jake don't want to apply and get an account. You know, Jake goes to cash and go,
Yeah.
check cashing spots to get his money, and that's even a gimmick in itself because they're ripping you off. They're taking a lot of percentage of your check just to cash the shit.
Yeah.
So all around in Esau society, you're gonna lose. You know, you're gonna have to fork over some change just to do business on a low level. It says, these families have had to prioritize today's expenses over tomorrow's goals, said Andrea Levere, the group's president. California ranks 38th among all the states for the ability of its residents to achieve financial stability. The report says, those living in the Golden State are believed with the average $13,825 in credit card debt and housing costs. Many people living precariously have jobs. About 75% are working full-time, and more than 15% are earning middle-class incomes of more than $55,000 a year, according to a report. Which these reports, you can't go and trust them because a lot of times they're just going off of a certain set of people. They're not bunching everybody else in it. Just like with the unemployment rate, what they gonna say? Oh, it's 22% or it's 10%. When we know it's fucking short. Got articles.
They don't count the people who, if you're not searching for a job, you don't get counted for unemployment. So that's way more people that's really unemployed.
And how many people have lost hope? I was searching for a job for over a year and a half, and I'm fucking a union worker. I should have a job all the time. But it's not that way no more in America. Shit, me and the guys, we talk about it all the time on the job, how good the early 2000s were. You know, it might be 2003, 2004, you getting $15, $17, shit, hell, $30 an hour with overtime, you doing good. You probably got to call off the lot, you know. But as things digressed, you know, after 9/11, things just continue to get worse and worse. And here we are in this low-ass state, and it's just going to continue to get worse.
I got a cool precept too. This is Jeremiah 51, verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
That's right.
So really, you know, it's no bringing America back. America is not going to bounce back. America was never made to bounce back. It was just made for a certain amount of time. It really, if you want to get deep, it was only made for the children of Israel to, you know, go through their punishment, you know. And now that time is ran up. So what is this big ass prison? We might as well say prison camp be useful for? And it's nothing but all types of wickedness going on anyway. So why would you want this to continue to to go on?
That's right. Yeah, America's finished. This was just a hustle meant to last for a certain amount of time. And like the scriptures say, we in Revelations, we were just brought over here to be nourished. For a certain period of time, we've been nourished, and now the elect men are being woken up. You got camps springing out. So now its purpose is finished. What more does America have to serve for it? Its purpose has already been served. Once the elect has risen up, this place has no more use. Because all of Jacob's here right now. And that's why the Lord all set it up that way. Go ahead.
It's Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, and it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. So, you know, everybody getting here comfortable in the society, and they thinking that this is their rest, so they just getting lazy. And like, that's like Jake on the job. Once he get comfortable, he start getting lazy and just doesn't care about it, just start slacking and slip him up. Okay. And then he might get fired and shit when he least expect it. Okay. Because he got so comfortable. All y'all comfortable in this society, so your destruction gonna come when you least expect it.
Okay, that's true. I want to bring up this word. I'm not for sure of the definition, but Jake uses it a lot. The word is what is it? Complacent.
And speaking on the job thing, it was like they was doing interviews for teenagers in Chicago, because you know the murder rate is real high, and the Jake just basically say, you know, it's no jobs, it's nothing out here, you know, it's easier to get a gun than it is to get a job, you know.
Yes, and that word complacent, it means over contented, to be overly happy, like you're satisfied, and that's how Jake gets. You know, he's complacent in this society because this society gives him just enough to survive, and Jake's on such a low level, he's happy with that. Jake's happy with being a bottom feeder. But things are gonna get worse, and we're gonna go into it. Read a little bit more out the article, and we can bring out some more scriptures. Whatever the bro wants to go from here. It says, hush that up. But despite steady jobs, many of those surveyed are surviving paycheck to paycheck, trying to cope with the recession's aftermath. One emergency could tip them over the edge of financial disaster. Possible reasons for their lack of savings, experts say many factors could be at play, including stagnating wages, rising prices, and high credit card debt. But that was all a part of Esau's system, putting Jake in debt so you can be a slave, just like he had us in slavery in the previous times. Now it's a financial slavery, it's an invisible slavery. It's like, yeah, I get it.
You got a scripture?
Yeah, okay. Another scripture. Psalms 40, chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations.
And that's what Esau inward thought. That's what Esau thinks. He thinks if this society is gonna last, he thinks his rulership is gonna last, because it's been progressing so seemingly in his well. It seems like it's progressing well. So these how these devils be thinking. You can repeat that, Bob Bashar?
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations.
See, these devils think that they're gonna remain on top and just be ruling in wickedness just forever, you know. Well, that's not the case, and it's being seen financially and just everywhere, like on every level. Esau is on his way out the door, man. He's slowly being pulled out of his rulership. These so-called white people are not even as comfortable as they used to be, you know, back in the old days. You know, it's starting to hit these devils as well.
That's right. You used to see Esau proud as shit, man. You can go and Google it. You can look at the old school, like Sears commercials, like Macy's commercials, around Christmas time especially. Esau was always in that happy ass spirit, but now he's starting to he's in the 99% spirit. You see him marching against himself. Esau's marching against himself, because we were at the end of this thing, and like the scriptures say, that Babylon is going to be set down in the dust. Well, the confusion has already started to set in on Esau.
Yeah.
He's already bugging out, and he's fighting against himself. You know, this is his household. He has all the abilities and tools to do well in this society. Why isn't he flourishing? Because the Most High is bringing his ass down. This is something that he can't control. They control the numbers, the Rothschilds, the elites. They control the numbers. Why is it that they can't stay afloat? It's because the Most High is bringing them down. This is something that's supernatural. This is extraterrestrial what's happening. The elements, everything is working against Esau. Everything. And that's all just to wake up the elect and to bring in the downfall of the society. Because without all these things happening, we wouldn't have brothers like us waking up. We would be like, where's the proof? We don't believe it. But because we can see it, we understand that. And that's why the Lord is doing it all a certain way.
That's right.
I got another scripture. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time by thy people shall be delivered every one that shall be found written in the book.
That's right. And that time hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and everybody already starting to struggle, and when that time hasn't even really fully hit yet. This is just only small scale financial shit. It ain't nobody starving really, or nobody getting beat up in these martial law camps, or getting killed in the streets like they going to be when that time comes.
Yeah, it's already, that spirit is already getting roused up. You know, you got the movie Django Unchained out there. Just throw that little spirit out there for Jake and Esau to cause that, you know, that separation. That you know how you think everybody's equal and all that BS. They're starting to get that spirit, like, okay, they're getting reminded, you know, what these devils did and what they continue to do. You know, you got cops still messing up Jake. You know, they just had like a little footage. They so-called claim that they caught Chris Dorner and burnt him up in the building or whatever. They got the I think the audio of these police officers talking amongst each other, plotting, you know, burn the house down, set fire, where's the match, all that BS.
Yeah, basically it was on. They played it on the news, and you could hear it in the background. They said burn that motherfucker, and they played it live on the news. So everybody should have heard that, but most people probably didn't even realize what they were saying, or they was on their side.
And a lot of people are taking notice to that, and they're supporting Chris Dorner, and that will inspire more other people to start doing some wild stuff like that. You know, start coming up against these people. They had these this one Edomite, I think, he had started like a page on Facebook, you know, supporting Chris Dorner, and he got thousands of likes.
And that's how the Most High works. On the high level, he got the prophets of the Lord out there doing the work in the streets to wake up the brothers on the high level, the brothers that's going to be of the elect. And on the low level, guys like Christopher Dorner out there doing work, giving these Edomites work to wake up Jake on the low level. Because Jake, you're not going to understand the words that we speak a lot of times because he's wicked as fuck. But seeing something like that'll cause an uprising like with OJ and the Watts riots and shit. You tired of seeing your Rodney King. When Jake's tired of seeing his people be oppressed, and he starts to rise up. Because everybody sees on the news that this guy, he's not a fucking bad guy. Like this fucking comedian I listened to, he was saying, you notice that there's no pictures of him looking like a bad guy. There's no pictures of Christopher Dorner mean mugging, or, you know, looking like he's a vigilante or something. Every fucking picture he's smiling.
Yeah, you basically, you couldn't demonize him, you know? You know how you saw like to demonize a person like with Trayvon Martin. They started putting up his Twitter, you know, no limit nigga, had his little pictures with his grill in and shit. They try to demonize him and stir away from the fact that that Edomite had, you know, put him to death, you know, wrongfully.
And that's all going to go into the spirit of the race wars, which are coming too. And that's all going to be brought by what? Financial collapse and that spirit of niggerdom being woken up. These niggas waking up and saying, fuck it, this is the last hurrah. Because a lot of these niggas, man, they going to realize that we ain't right at the end, and they going to want to act. Because Jake like to act, you know, he's not a well-collected person. Jake likes to act, you know. I'm gonna bring out Matthew's 24th chapter. This is Matthew's 24, and I'll start at 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled." Talking about the elect. "For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And there's more to come, even after the wars and the rumors of wars. Because countries are at wars right now. There's a war going on right now. There's countries that actually at war right now, still. And if I'm correct, America's still in wartime right now. Well, more than one country. So this is a time of war. All right. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. all these are the beginning of sorrows. So yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of uprisings of the people.
And if you like be on Worldstar or whatever, they every like month or so they be putting up different little video clips of all the weird weather changes and climate changes that been going on around the world. And that's just another part of things that's supposed to come fast. All that out there in Australia, they're having wildfires everywhere, just like crazy. And then out in I don't know where the goots be at, they be getting flooded from tsunamis and everything. So it's just hella shit happening in different areas that's not normal, basically.
And whether you say it's man-made like a harp, you know, the Most High still set it all up. So it's the Most High, you know.
Alright, this is 2nd Ezra 15. I'm gonna just start at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
And a lot of those plagues and sedition among men been happening now. Like you see people divided about their opinions or what they want to do, or it's just different kind of people rising up against the police. Some people shoot back at the fucking cops if they got enough balls to. And the plagues, that's happening like crazy, like people catching the flu like crazy that got the vaccine. And then the bro sent out an article on Valentine's Day saying hella STDs are like, it's rampant, the highest it's ever been since before 2000.
Yeah.
It's just on a whole different scale. Basically, it's basically saying it ain't safe to have sex really with any of these nasty hoes.
Hey, I was on YouTube, I was watching this fucking like a little talk show. And the bitch has porn stars on there now talking about different shit. She says 90% of all porn stars have herpes. And that's a high ass number. So you got to think those people, they connected to major demons. They got most of the world fucking these pornos. So they got that horny spirit out there. And imagine you trying to be like a porn star, fucking left and right, all types of just harlots. You banging all types of niggas, wicked ass bitch. What? You got all types of STDs now, but that's what's going around. That's a curse. That's a curse that the Most High put out. And I wanted to bring out this word, sedition, and tell you what Esau says. This is the Webster's 2, New Riverside Universal Dictionary. This is the word sedition. I'm gonna just go straight to the point. It says rebellion or insurrection. So basically, like the brother was saying, it's a rebellion. The people everybody's fighting for something right now. It's almost like that time in the 70s when you had the hippies, you had the Panthers, you had the KKK, you had all those different factions, but they were fighting for something. But it wasn't time for it to all go down then, so what happened? They had kids, and now this shit is gonna cook up and bubble over this time. It's gonna be twice as hot.
I got a quick precept to it.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. Well, I'm gonna start from 1 and shoot to 8. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 8. A time to love, a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So like the bro was saying, you know, back then when people were, coming protesting or whatnot, it wasn't that time, you know. And then they ended up having children to just about in the same spirit, if not even more turned up, you know, and everything else out here is just on a different level. So now it's about that time, you know, to get in that spirit.
That's right. And it's all to bring America down.
Yeah.
The Most High did it all to bring America down. This is all for the destruction of this slut whore bitch named America. You had something else, bro?
Yeah, quick one. Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 54. Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts. So, you know, Esau thinking he can do everything and the Lord doesn't know about it, or he just thinks, you know, nobody knows what he's doing, but everything gets let out to the public every day about the wickedness that Esau does. Like the stuff going in about the vaccination shots. People don't look it up, but it's out there on the internet that the vaccines are worse than just not taking them at all, because they're giving you the virus, and they putting other kind of shit in you to kill you and fuck you up mentally.
And that's in the scriptures, you know. That's a part of that skirt being lifted up, you know, uncover the thigh. You know, all this wickedness that Esau been doing is being brought to the light, you know. Nothing is being like secretive no more. Everything the wicked that you have been doing, you so-called white man, you so-called white people, is being shown, you know. It's being broadcast.
Right. Skirts is being lifted, like the brother said, man.
That's right.
And seeing everything, your bare nakedness, you know, all your wickedness. It's all right there through the internet.
Yeah.
That goddamn Edomite that they locked up, WikiLeaks dude.
Oh yeah.
Julian Assange, he's bringing it out. You know, you got a lot of Edomites bringing out.
Jesse Ventura
bringing out, lifting up his own skirts. Jesse Ventura might be a Jake. He say he's Native American. That's neither here nor there. We don't know, but through the Spirit, the Lord is bringing all of it out, and most of it's coming from you, Esau. So you lifting up your own skirts.
That's right.
This is Isaiah, the 19th chapter, the first verse. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." That's race wars.
Yeah.
That's race wars right there. And what is the race wars coming from? Lack of bread. Lack of nutrition, sustenance, being able to survive and feed your family. And that's being cut off by Esau to incite this shit. These are all just like lab rat tests. They're going to say, "Oh, we're going to do this to see the reaction and see what we can do to go further with it." Because their whole plan is to have a perfect New World Order society where everybody's bagged, tagged, and chipped and doing what the fuck Esau says. But the Lord has some other setup. He has the end of Esau, and he has the beginning of Jacob's rulership and righteousness being set up. So that can't happen. It's impossible. You're not going to get to that point to where everybody's bagged and chipped Esau. You got to have everybody who's coming up against you dead, or you got everybody who's willing to get down with the program chipped. That's how you want it. You're not going to reach that perfection.
I got a quick precept too. On the point of, you know, Esau trying to, you know, just been slaving for the longest to get his so-called perfection, and you know, chipping everybody. You know, basically the Lord telling you you're not going to reach it. This is Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And what is that you're trying to fill your belly with? That New World Order that you've been working so hard to, you know, to set up, making the little steps and all that, you know. And right when you think your New World Order is right there, you know, your plate is on the table, and you just get ready to dig in, the Most High is going to have a rude awakening for you.
That's right.
You know? And basically, you're not going to achieve your New World Order.
That's right. And it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. So even y'all smartest scientists and shit gonna be confounded in that day. Y'all not gonna have the secret weapon, the secret answer. It says, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So Esau's even gonna try to tap even further into the left-hand side when this shit really starts cracking off. Cause then he's gonna say, alright, this is real, this is really going down, like those fucking niggas on the streets been preaching. So he's gonna say, alright, call in the best witch, call in the best sorcerer. We gotta get some spirits in here and get this shit back in order. But it's gonna be too late for you. Cause see, the Most High allowed you to deal with that left-hand side to bring yourself empowered, but pretty soon that power button gonna be off. There ain't gonna be no more juice left. You're not gonna be able to use your witchcraft for the uplifting of America anymore. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over in the land of the cruel Lord, of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up, and the reeds and the flags shall wither. So all of America's abundance is going to be gone too. They're not going to have all of that storehouse to just go to. All of that is going to be dry. They're not going to be that mighty nation, because all the other nations, they're gaining riches and shit too. And so once they want to go into, are we all dealing with the gold or with another coin? What is the dollar? What is the American dollar? Now it's trash. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 5 verse 8. Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity.
That's right.
And that's exactly what Esau does. Everything that he has is unjustly gotten goods, and he feels boastful about it, feeling like he can go through anything can come towards his way, and he can just stop it, conquer it, and keep on moving. But you can't stop the missiles that's coming, even though you got your defense shield systems and everything else you think that's going to stop it. The Most High is not going to stop the missiles. So the missiles are going to reach over here and destroy your whole foundation of your society.
And everybody's going to burn. It says, the paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brook shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. The fishers shall also mourn, and they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave network shall be confounded, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of the ancient kings? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what the Lord of hosts hath purposed upon Egypt. The princes of Zoan are become fools, the princes of Noth are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribe thereof. So all America's gonna be fucked up because of the path that is led. Delving into the left-hand side, delving into witchcraft. That's how the American society has flourished, is because of witchcraft, because of demonology, dealing with pure fucking demons. And so now that that's cut off from you, you no longer have that power. You can see America falling. They no longer have that divination of wicked spirits to keep them over the other nations. The Lord is, He's spreading it all around. All these nations are looking pretty much equal right now, and that's for a mutually assured destruction that's coming. Yeah, that's it on that.
I got one too, real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 8. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. And when Obama be speaking, or all these other people, they speaking wickedness in their speech, but you don't understand it because you don't know anything about what they're saying. You just listen, and you're just glad to hear him talk at all. You don't even know what he's talking about. When he's talking about the gun laws or trying to stop everybody from using guns, only people that don't agree really is Esau. But you see Jacob riding his jock saying, yeah, we need to take away guns. What do we need guns for? But then when you turn around, the police gonna have the gun aiming at you when you ain't even do shit, and you called them for help. Yeah, something else.
Now, did you want me to get something? Well, I'll bring this out for just, basically how just how everybody has that nonchalant spirit on it. It's everybody's basically proud. You got Jake proud. These niggas, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, so-called white men, and all these so-called Americans. Who don't have no clue on what's going on. And especially you elites who think you have all the clue of what's going on because you're so-called, so to speak, pulling the strings, This is Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of men shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So especially to you elites, you thinking you're gonna achieve your new world order, and just your proud dealings on how you handle everything, but you can't help it because you're the devil. It's in your spirit. You're gonna be brought low, and you at least you're gonna be the first crop of slaves.
That's right. That's right. And I got a quick precept. This is Proverbs 21:30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord. So whatever the fuck you plan, in your think tanks, you got all these committees of 300. Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations. You got all these different think tanks where you guys all get together. G20 Summit.
Yep.
You all get together and so-called come up with these plans, but the scriptures say that you can't even bring no counsel against the Lord. You can't come up with a plan to outdo the Most High. He created your ass.
Yeah.
And he put it in you what the fuck you was gonna do. And I want to bring out one more precept just to back that up. Because all of these people are doing is what the Most High set them up to do. They don't know no better whether they think that they do or not. The Most High set it up for that to happen. This is Job 33 and 14. It says, For the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumberings upon the bed, then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So really, even when you go to sleep, that's your weakness, Esau, because the Most High, he hitting you up every night with what the fuck you gonna do tomorrow. So you can't help but to fall into the hands of the Most High, because even while you sleep, that's your weak point. Y'all can't not go to sleep. You have to go to sleep. And that's what the Most High really works on, man. For the elect, for the better, for the 144 and the 1/3 to wake up. And with you devils to bring on the destruction of yourselves and the slavery of yourselves.
Psalms chapter 7, verse 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate. So basically all that shit that you trying to get prepared for us is going to backfire on your ass and come back on you. You trying to get these FEMA camps started in there and go start war, thinking that you're going to go in and just take over everything like you did with Gooks and shit. You just one bomb hit their ass and they started coming to your feet, surrendering. But that ain't the case with Iran. They blow their own self up, so they not scared of you.
That's right. This is just another one. This is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. And that's all Esau has, is a proud ass spirit. And you can tell by just his actions. You know, him trying to put himself over Jake, and even covering up the faces of the judges. You know, all types of little actions. You can tell that he's proud. And even as far as him going to try to challenge the Most High in that dead battle, try to challenge the chariots. That's a lot of fucking pride. You know, get up in there in that goddamn area and actually try to push a button on one of them chariots, man. And that chariot disappear and reappear right in front of your eyes. And before you know it, you can't even hit the eject button to exit out the fucking plane. It's just all destruction on your ass. Last thing you see is a chariot appearing right before your face. And you probably look in the windows and see Jake. Yeah, it says pride goeth before destruction, so we know who the proud is. That's evident. That's why he puts his face on everything, because he's proud. And I don't know if the pros got anything else they want to.
I got one. Isaiah 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy it. So it's basically like back on the subject where the Most High gets in their thoughts. He gave them thoughts to create the nuclear missiles and all this other technology they created just to destroy themselves. And everybody else getting the same knowledge, if not greater, then they're gonna create probably greater missiles that's gonna come over here and destroy America.
And that's the difference. That's now from back when, you know, around the World War or War II phase or whatnot. And you know, the difference is you're not the only one with missiles no more. You know, so you can't just be punking other countries like you used to doing. Everybody has nuclear weapons now, and it's all gonna backfire on you.
That's like a bully when he picking on a kid in school. Eventually, the kid just gonna get tired of that shit and just beat your ass. Eventually, and come rise up against you and stop trying to be a little punk. And that's what these other nations starting to do. They getting tired of getting beat up and shit, getting their money took from by you. So they saying fuck the U.S. dollar and getting their armies ready just to take your ass out.
It's gonna be a beautiful thing, and we can't wait to see it.
That's right.
Go ahead, any more precepts? The Lord willing, we'll come back into it.
Yeah.
But with that, Allah and Barak Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the elders, honors to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity. And you know, Lord willing, all the bros stay in this thing, all the bros that's, you know, the elect 1/3, do the work, and you know, have the faith, because you know, works without faith is dead. So Lord willing, bros can stay in this thing and get stronger and more sturdy in this thing. And Shalom.
Shalom.